Hello folks, I wanted to make a quick video here to show how to use AppScript to send an email. I had a colleague that wanted to have an email sent to a manager whenever any information was changed on a particular sheet in a particular column. So in this example, sheet 1, column A, if any change is made in sheet 1, column A, uh, the person wanted a notification sent. So if I go ahead and change this, I am adding in some data here and just go ahead and hit enter there. Now if I switch back to my email, I should be very quickly getting an email and its title is new info on the sheet. A change is made in sheet 1, date and time, what cell, and what the new information is and who made it. That's what they were looking for. So how did we do that? I want to run over how this is done with an app script. So I have a couple of examples of some different app script here. I'd written one initially. I wrote one and then I actually asked ChatGPT to write one for me, and this is what I got back from ChatGPT. So let's take a look at what this does. This is a function. And this function is a special function when we use the E in the parentheses. And again, here's the start of the function, end of the function. I created some const. When ChatGPT created this, it used var instead of const. So I changed it all to const. And by the way, you can do that with a find and replace function inside of your script editor, and that's pretty handy to be able to do something like that. So I changed all the vars to const. So our first const is to get the active sheet. That's the sheet. Our range, const range, is the range that's being edited. The row is the range.getRow. The column is the range.getColumn. So we have those const, and then what we say is if the sheet.getName is equal to sheet 1 and column is equal to 1, so you would change your sheet name and your column name if you had a different criteria. Then we're going to create a const, a date, a new date, a const cell. We're going to get the sheet to get the range, row, column. So we're going to get that, A2, A3. The new value const is going to be the cell, get the value in that const. The user is going to equal session getActiveUser.getEmail. And then we're going to construct a message, and that's going to be equal to, inside of single quotes, a change was made in sheet 1 with 2 carriage returns, plus the date inside of quotes, and then we add that const, the date, plus a carriage return, plus the cell, plus the cell get the A1 notation, plus a carriage return, plus the new value, plus, and so forth. And the subject that we're going to use is sheet 1 was updated. And then the mail app.send mail, send email, uses the email address, comma, the subject, comma, the message, and or the body of the email. And we're substituting in here well, actually, one thing we could do, I'm going to make a change to this. I'm going to, instead of putting in my own subject, I'm going to put in subject, because we identified subject. I'm going to go ahead and save that. So now it should show sheet 1 was updated. So let's double check that, and we'll come back here. I'm going to put some information in here. Info is added. And then I'll come back to my email, and should see in a moment a new email. And notice instead of new info on the sheet, which is what I had said there when I had typed it in, I'm just using the const subject. And when I do that, I'm getting exactly what we see. A change was made in sheet 1, and we are putting in 2 carriage returns, and then our date, with our date, our cell, A28, and then the new value and who made it. So I hope this is helpful. This is a very quick, I'll leave this here for a moment, so that if you're wanting to copy and take a look at this. But as I had stated earlier, ChatGPT, I'll show you over here, actually created this for me. I asked this question. Column 1, I want the email to include the date, the change, the cell was made in. And sure enough, ChatGPT wrote this out a lot faster than I could have. And I liked the way it wrote it out as far as the script. Really great. I hope you find this helpful. This is a way to send an email if a certain column of a certain sheet is changed. And that email would go to a manager.